Hi, it's Karen with KB Studio Creations. I don't know if I will end up posting this, but I might. So I've been into dyeing fabric recently, and I'm going to do some right now. I watched a tutorial by Jennifer Upton the other day, and that's kind of what I'm going to try. So I have jars of 1 cup water and half teaspoon of dye in the colors that I have. So just a bunch of different colors. So I have gotten the cloth wet and stretched it up in the bottom of containers. Unfortunately, mine's not clear, and as I discovered last night as I was doing some, I can't really tell if it's gone all the way down. So we'll see what we get today. So for this piece, I think I'll start out with some yellow, and then probably some red. So let's just take this half teaspoon and just start dumping some of it on wherever I feel like. And hopefully it will go down. You can't really see much of anything, but this is a stitch with me, right? Well, dye with me? That sounds wrong. Dye fabric with me? My husband would then say, don't kill the fabric, which, you know, it happens. I mean, we stick it with the needle a million times, but we make it something better, so it's all good. So let's try some red now too. So Jennifer said that she, let me rinse off my scoop, that she just throws the dye away after she's done, but I don't. She doesn't care. It's easier for her. Me, I want to put it in jars and keep it for later. I've also put it into ice cube trays before. I'm actually doing an ice dyeing over across the table. Those are fun to do too, where I put the leftovers of the dye into old ice cube trays. And then once it comes out, I put them on top of wet fabric and see what happens. Got some cool results. I think I'm going to call some of them, because a lot of them were done in blue, purple, and black. So I think I'll call those one Bruise. I am planning to start, well, that's probably enough red for now, selling fabric in the new year. If you see something I show and you want, if you want to see, or if you want to buy it, contact me. I'm still trying to figure out pricing, trying to make it more color fast, all sorts of things. But, you know, it's a process. I am work in progress. That's what the new shirt from About Progress says. And I like that, you know, I'm a work in progress. Everything I do is a work in progress, basically, even if it's fully finished. It's all a work in process. So there's a here and there. Oh well. This is kind of what this one looks like right now. So looks like I've got a lot of red in there, so I'm trying to get some more yellow in to counteract the red. And I'm wondering, I might put just a little bit of purple in. Not a lot. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to call that enough yellow. There is no rhyme or reason to my dyeing at this point. I'm just dumping it on because I can. And I just like to experiment and see what the results are. This is not a tutorial. This is literally, if I can get this off, yes, I got it off. Dye with me. That sounds so bad. Dye fabric with me. Dye along. I don't know. I haven't got a name for it. Okay, just a little bit of purple. So I think I'm going to use purple on my next one. Let me make sure I get the right lid. Just put the red on because I don't want to use it again. So that's what it's looking like. Ah! And some of it came out. Good thing I have on a apron. Good, nothing got on me. And then I have my, what do you call it? My dye journal. I don't know. that Final Jenny's Farm. Blanking on her name. Anyways, she suggested to have a dye journal, so you can, a dyeing journal, so that you can, Lorraine is dead. I was going to take a nap today, but I didn't. I watched FlossTube instead, which is totally cool, and worked on stuff that I've been putting off for weeks and need to get done. Okay, so I used red, purple, and yellow on this piece. And I will just set that aside. Okay, this piece, I'm going to try to do a lot of colors on this one, just to see what I get. And since it's flatter, I guess you could say, there's lots of room to put lots of colors. So we'll see what kind of result I get. I don't think I'll show the results in this one, but I might. We'll see. Well, I guess I could show them wet in this one. I just don't want to show like dried, because even the ones I did last night aren't totally dry because I put them in my sunroom and it's been rainy today and cold. They're not totally dry, they're mostly dry, which is cool, but yeah, let's put some aquamarine in this one. I love the aquamarine color. It comes out so pretty. The purple can come out really pretty too. A lot of it just depends on how much dye you use. And with this, like, the colors start mixing because you're doing them wet. So that's kind of cool because then you get new colors, which I love. Okay. That's probably enough of that. Just a little bit of it. Just a little bit. I don't know what that song's from, but it's from a song. And sometimes just a little part comes to mind. I'm going to put a little bit of this peacock green. It's actually a really ugly color. Okay, not an ugly color. It's not a bright, vibrant color like I thought it was going to be. Because that's what I think of when I think of peacocks. This is more like an olivey green, which is actually not an ugly color. It's just not what I expected. So I'll just do a little bit of this olive green in here. And when it first goes on, it looks really pretty. And even sometimes when it, like, dries, it looks really pretty. But sometimes it just doesn't turn out exactly how I expected. That's okay. So what we're experimenting for. Ooh, this is starting to look pretty. Let me see if I can show you without dumping anything on me. It's not the greatest light, but it looks really pretty. But I am not done because I still have sapphire blue. That definitely has to go on here. Clean up some of this. I should really put a towel down on my dining room table that has now become my craft table, because partially because it's central to the house and so it makes it easy, but also because I have my office has become a storage space, and not a very, like, a war zone storage space, not like a organized storage space. So I can't get to my desk or my sewing machine or, you know, lots of things. And this lid needs to come off. And my husband's not home, so I can't ask him to do it. Oh, there we go. Well, you know it's not going to spill when the lid's on anyways. I'm a bit of a klutz, so I try to make things as Karen-proof as possible so that I don't make a big mess. It still happens sometimes, but, you know. Okay, let's put some in the middle. Here on the edges. This is looking cool, but I'm thinking it needs some yellow. So, let's put the sapphire away. And it's interesting, like, this is a purpley blue, like a dark purpley blue, which is not what I think of necessarily when I think of sapphire blue. I don't know if you can see. Probably not. Nope, you definitely won't be able to see. I can't see it in real life. But my ring has amethyst and sapphire in it. You can't see it at all. But, I don't know, I just think of it as a dark, it's a dark blue, but it's, I don't know, a more royal sort of blue that's dark. Like a dark royal blue, not a dark purpley blue. Whatever, I think the lid's on. Yellow! Daffodil yellow. Okay, let's get some yellow in here. Just a little bit. And these are just pretty small pieces of fabric. I took a really big piece of fabric and it cut it into 4 pieces. So now they're 15 by 18 approximately sized pieces. So that's not, I mean, it's not a huge size, but it's not a small size either. And one of the reasons why I'm going to start selling fabric is because I love dyeing fabric. I'm having so much fun experimenting, and I hope to like get my process down some more so that I can like recreate things I want. Like I even tried the other day to recreate something I had done before, and I have my notes, but it didn't work out. So I need to keep trying because I love it. It just looks like a sky, which I love, and I'm using it, but I need to keep trying. So I really probably should stop, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put all the colors on here. So red it is. So this will be a very variegated piece of cloth, and that is okay. If I don't like it, hopefully someone else will. Speaking about color fasting, making it color fast, I don't know exactly for sure how to do it. I did Google search the other day. Some people were saying vinegar and salt is sufficient. But this other thing, it had a source, so that made me feel like maybe it was more than just like the random ravings of whoever's on the internet. But it was saying you have to use a fixative, like Rit Dye Fixative. So I'm thinking to buy some of that and try it out. And also I want to try to serge the edges and then dry them in the dryer with, dry them in the dryer. I can't think. And use like essential oils to like change the smell a bit. So this is done. I love it, at least from this view. It's very muted in this color. My lighting is horrible. It's dark out. Well, it's not quite dark out, but it's dreary out at the very least. Clean up that spilled red. Okay, next one. That one's done already. Oh, so this is one that I have dyed before. I'm actually gonna take it out just so you can see it. So this is gonna be the third time it's been dyed. So I tried one thing, I didn't like it. I tried this, I'm still not a huge fan of it. So it's getting dyed like this too, you know? And if I don't like it then, well, I can dye it black, I guess. I mean, I don't have black, but I have gray. I don't have that in these jars yet. Just because it's not as big a color. It wasn't a color I wanted to use right now. But I do love how the gray comes out. It's super pretty. And I feel like the gray is a really good base as well to like make do a base color and then dye on top of it. Okay, so let's see. I was gonna do blues on this, but I kind of want some green too. So what did that lid go to? Oh, I know what that lid goes to. I'm good. I didn't have a small enough jar for the piece of fabric I wanted to do the ice dyeing on, so I just took another jar, and that's the lid to that jar while the ice melts. Okay. Spilled again. That's why I need like an old towel under here so that I don't have to wipe up every time I spill some. But my napkin is becoming very colorful. All dyed. Okay, now some blues. Let's start with aquamarine. So there's really no rhyme or reason to this. I know some people have more of a color sense than others, and I feel like I am one who has a little bit more color sense than some people. I feel like there's others who have a much better color sense than I do, but that's looking kind of cool. I'll show you. That's looking cool, but I still want more. A little more of this, and then definitely some sapphire. I love color. Love color. When I was in high school, friends would ask me, like, they would ask each other the question, like, if you had to become blind or deaf, which would you pick? I was like, deaf all the way, like, no question about it. And they were all like, blind, no question about it, because they were really into music, which I love music, but being able to see like art and color, like, that's so much more important to me than being able to hear. There's sign language, I can communicate. Like, yeah, I could see colors in my head if I was blind, but living without color, whew, I might go insane. So hopefully that never happens to me. Blindness does run in my family. However, it does not seem to have gone into the line, my dad's side. Well, I guess my mom's mom was legally blind too. Anyways, I have glasses, but I am not blind. And hopefully it doesn't become that way. And certainly not like my dad's uncle and cousins. And my great grandmothers or something. Anyways, it runs in the family, and it usually hits, you know, before my age. So I don't think it's in my line. I guess it could always pop up again. But I am grateful for all that I can see. Though I really don't like driving at night. It's really hard to see. And I don't know if that's like the night blindness that my dad has, or if it's just how it is for everybody, and it's just hard to see at night when you drive. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. So there it is. Excited to see how it turns out. I don't know if I put enough in to make it all words. All dyed all the way down. Some I tried the other day, which I will show you in a minute. Did not go all the way down, so that one's dyed. This one's not dyed, and this one's not dyed. Okay, so this one I swirled up. So this will probably have more of a tie-dyed effect. We'll see. I did one once before that was swirled up, and that looked very tie-dyed. But I still want to try it again. The question is, what colors? I'm resorting to eeny, meeny, miny, moe, because I do that a lot. I would even do it in college when I had tests and it was multiple choice and I had no clue what the idea was. Or I came down to 2 and I wasn't sure which one it is. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. I am a big believer in eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Maybe I should make an eeny, meeny, miny, moe pattern. We'll see. I have lots of pattern ideas. Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Catch a tiger by its toe. If he hollers, let him go. My mother said to pick the very best one, and you are it. Racing Red it is. And I do realize that the end ones got picked one less time than the others. I don't care. It's eeny, meeny, miny, moe. You can do what you want. So red is going in first. And yes, this is my Friday night. My husband's at work. I do have a baby shower to go to in a little bit. I'm kind of stressed out because, well, I'm not so super stressed out right now, but I'm kind of stressed out because I procrastinate and I don't look at the registry of what they want until like the day before. And most of the things lots of people want is often not locally available because I'm in a small area. It's not like I have a Target nearby. I have a Walmart, but most people don't want Walmart stuff. Okay, that's enough red. So, I could get it to my sister's Amazon Prime if I thought about it early enough, but I didn't. And then I thought about making her something, but I would need my sewing machine, and it's not accessible. Let's do some yellow. So I know I already did some red and yellows, but this is different, so it'll be all good. So I was like, well, that probably won't work, and I don't know if she's even looking at it. And she's very like, I don't know, hipster, maybe? I don't know. But, like, she's super cute. She has an Etsy shop. She hasn't been keeping up with it recently. But she makes these really super cute kids' clothes. But with being pregnant and working full-time, I think she works. I'm pretty sure it's full-time. Anyways, she's super busy. So she hasn't had time to make clothes and stuff. But she's so sweet, and I will probably just give her cash. It happens a little too frequently. You'd think, as crafty as I am, I could like make homemade gifts and send them to give people. But making homemade gifts for Christmas is reminding me once again how much work it is to handmade gifts. So much work. Like, I'm getting kind of tired of it. I'm not tired of it in that I don't like making the gifts. Tired of it in I don't have enough time to make the gifts. I started too late in the season. And so now I'm super stressed about getting things done in time. They may get IOUs. I have done that before when I've made Christmas gifts. It may just happen again. An IOU. Because I still want to do KEB Studio stuff. I mean, really all I have for KEB Studio right now is my free drum patterns, Christmas drums. One of which will be back on the back of my, I'm doing green now. What was I saying? Oh, my free pattern, drum pattern. There's 3 drums. They coordinate with my nutcrackers, my nutcracker patterns. But Think words. Oh, so I started stitching those up, and it's really, it's a simple pattern, like, but it's going to be on the back of the cards for Christmas, which I also need to get ready. And I don't need them stitched up for the cards because I just put the pattern on the back, but I do need them stitched up for when I release my free patterns, which before I just released my free patterns on my blog. But this time, like in the future, so Amanda May at, Amanda May. Art Design. So her patterns, she releases on something, I can't remember what it's called. I have to look it up. But you can do free plus. So I'm thinking all of my free patterns I'll release on there. Because then if people want to send me $1 or $2, they can. Or they can just take my patterns for free. Either way, it works. Ooh, this is looking so rainbowy. I think I'm going to stop with that. Yeah. So, I don't even know which one I just put in. And I haven't been keeping track of what I put in these other ones. That's sapphire blue. Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter. Ah! Yeah, don't dip. It's a bad idea. Don't dip anymore. Yes, I have another one. You get the basic idea. Pretty colors. That now are on my floor. Okay. I only have one more to go. We're good here. Pretty. Don't tip it too far. You'll see it later. Okay. And then this last one is just randomly bunched up. This one, I think I'm going to go with just a blue-green theme for this one. Just blue and greens. So, not purple, not red, not yellow. Let's just start with peacock green. So, just more dye. I love seeing how the results come out. And some of them I'm keeping for myself. But a lot are going to be sold because I need to support this habit. I need to support myself, period. Well, me and my husband. Because we're chasing our dreams. And in order to chase the dreams, we need money. Yeah, it's one of those things we just need in life. Okay, lots of green. So, I don't know if I've told you on FlossTube, but whether I have or not, it doesn't really matter. I can say it again. I've decided I'm going to become a real business. So, I'm a kind of a business, but like, I'm going to get a federal tax ID number and register with the state and the city and all that scary stuff, which will also increase my overhead. That's even scarier. But I told myself when I hit a year where I made $600, at least $600, I would do it because for W-9s, contract workers get a 1099 when they make $600 from you in a year. So that seemed like a really good number for me to like be like, okay, they have to like get a W, you know. Before that, it's just kind of like, oh, it's a little extra pocket change that you report as other income or whatever, but it's not like a serious sort of like thing. Well, I haven't kept track this year of my finances. I need to go back and get it all figured out for KB Studio, but I'm positive. I've hit 600. Like, just because I did a couple custom pieces that were $100 each. I made, I think, $200 at festivals, and then I've had some Etsy sales, and then I sold to some physical stores, so I'm pretty sure I'm hit 600, and even if I'm not, like, close enough, right? So I'm gonna do it, but it's scary. I could really use an accountant to help me set up my QuickBooks. I was the bookkeeper for a company. Was it telling you I'm almost out of time? Well, I'll tell you this later. Okay, so they're all rinsed. First I'm going to show you the stuff I dyed the other day. So this was my reattempt at my blue sky one. My husband still really likes it, but it's just not quite what I was hoping for. Also, so I got small DVD stands And I'm using one of them as a drying rack, and the varnish came off. So now I was gonna put like packing tape over it to keep it from happening. My husband suggested old, dang it, words. Oh, like old cloth. So I used some old t-shirts I cut up to use as rags. So that's what I'm using now to keep them from having the varnish come off on them. Here's the screen. I really like it. It's just got this beautiful variation. It kind of looks bluer on the screen than it is in real life. It's greener, but it's still just really pretty mint green sort of shade. That was inspired by Misty Purcell and her newest pattern, Cardinal Noel, I think. Such a pretty pattern. Anyways, if I get that pattern, I'll probably stitch it on that. Here's some yellow, just some nice variegated yellow. So this, I dyed with what was brown. Oh, so this is my ice dyeing that's going on right now. So it looks kind of brown, right? It came out pink. So then I don't know if you can kind of see, it's a pinkish sort of color. Not really, you can't see it. Anyways, so I did Jennifer Upton's tutorial method over top it, but as you can see, it didn't go all the way through. So this beautiful splotchy and then kind of fades out. So that's how that one works. And here's another one. This one was a yellow that was okay, but like I decided to add, and I love how this one turned out. This is super pretty with the orange. So once again, I did the Jennifer Upton over cloth that I'd already dyed yellow. And this one, once again, I did the Jennifer Upton method, but it was green, a blue green, and I put some, just more of the peacock green on top, so you can't really see it in this video. But it's just a very subtle, let me see if this side will show better, like other green. Anyways, they're pretty, I like it. And then this one was an old piece that had dyed blue, and this one I did green ice cubes on top of. Still a bit bad. And here's another one I did that with. And those I just let sit overnight. Something like this, only it was in a plastic container. And I just let it sit overnight so the ice cubes dried, and yeah. So here's one of the pieces I did today, and it's much brighter in person. I don't know if I can, yeah, kind of get it. Anyways, but I like it. I think it turned out really pretty. I was like oohing and awing over them when I first saw them, but now it's like, oh, I already saw that. It's cool. And I'm tired, and I'm hungry. I need to eat some dinner. This one is really cool. Oh, but it doesn't show as well. Oh, there you can kind of see it. Anyways, it's really pretty. A lot of the yellow doesn't show up except for like in this bottom part right here. But that's okay, because it made a lot of oranges. Anyways, that's really pretty. And then this one's really pretty. This one was the one I swirled, and I love the center swirl, which you can't see very well here. I know I should have something behind it so I can, you don't show my hand or whatever, but I don't know. Anyways, it's a cool swirl in the middle. I'll try to just hold it still and see if you can see it. Oh, you can kind of see it there. It's just my arm and the light, and there we go. I really like it. It makes me think of roses, and it's really pretty. I'm gonna keep that one. I like that one. I like all of them, but that one I really like. And this one's so fun. It's just like all over the place, and I love it. It's so pretty. And I hope I'm holding these up long enough. But if not, sorry. So, and this one I like better now. Like, it's not all that different than it was before, but just adding that green in makes me like it a lot better. Like, it's pretty wild. Like, I'm not exactly sure what you would do with this, but I especially like this area in here where it's not as dotty. Anyways, I like it. I will continue to experiment with dyeing fabric because I love it. I am just doing it on Aida right now because, one, I don't have an easy source of linen or even weave or whatever. I might, if I get up the courage, ask Misty Purcell where she gets hers, because she dyes beautiful fabric, and I know she does it in various counts. I've just been buying Charles Craft from the store, Joann's, Michael's, Walmart, just wherever has it. But hope to do linen as well. But I figure for now, while I'm experimenting, it's fine to just use Aida. Hopefully there's enough people who like to stitch on Aida that I can sell some of these pieces. But that's all. Oh, and I thought of a title in between while I was clearing off my phone. Craft with me. That is what this series will be called. That way I can work on needle binders, I can cross stitch, I can dye fabric, whatever craft I'm working on, you can join in when I have some time to record. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this first craft with me. There will be more, hopefully with better lighting next time, but if not, I hope to see you next time anyways. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.